I believe I was speaking on the transformation process and moving forward and allowing that path toward ascension to occur and the separation energy. Now, I will say this is the second time that I got interference during my spiritual message. There is no other reason why I would have interference. Devices are fully charged, plenty of storage. There's just no other reason other than the desire for the message to not be heard or shared, truth not being exposed. So I'm going to end this message with the last point I wanted to touch on this beautiful day, and it's about nature versus grace, and in the community and those who are on this journey, using your discernment in terms of seeking help and guidance, etc., and who you allow into your energy spaces. There are many who have gifts and who have psychic abilities and who are intuitive, but which of these have the mark of God's grace? So I'm going to touch on one last point for our spiritual message today, and then hopefully I'll be able to get through it. I apologize for you guys having 3 parts, but this is nothing fancy. It's just getting the message out for today. I don't do these messages often, but when I'm led to, I just put them out. So this is going to lead in from the happy death, the transformation process, and dealing with judgment, karma, and absolving karma, and detaching from the 3D. Now, this is also speaking on that grace and using discernment in terms of healers and who you let into your energy. This energy of wondering about what someone else is doing, or someone else's gifts or abilities. People should not search into the unfathomable judgments of God. And God says, "My child, you must be aware of disputing about matters above your understanding, or about the hidden judgments of God. Do not wonder why one man is forsaken by God, while another receives an abundance of his grace, why this person has so much trouble and the other is so greatly advanced. These things surpass our comprehension, and no mere human discourse can explain the divine judgments. Therefore, when the devil suggests questions to you or curious people, inquire about them. Simply reply in your words of the prophet, 'You are just, O Lord, and your ordinance is right.' Psalms 119, 137. Or you can say, 'The ordinances of the Lord are true. All of them are just.' God says, 'My judgments are to be feared, for they are beyond the scope of human reason.' Furthermore, there must be no inquiring or disputing concerning the merits of saints. Which of them is holier than another, or which of them is higher in heaven? Such discussions are futile, and more often cause dissensions and breed pride and vainglory, with one person trying to exalt a favorite while someone else argues in favor of another. It accomplishes nothing to try to search into such matters, but it certainly displeases the saints For God is a God, not of confusion, but of peace. And this peace consists in genuine humility, not in self examination. So, in terms of the community or in terms of spirituality, there shouldn't be any rage or anyone who is so displeased by what someone else is doing, or notate it, but don't get enraged. Don't worry about what someone else is doing. Don't worry about whether um you feel someone is robbing you or you're not getting the credit. Just be in peace and know that God doesn't make mistakes. Those matters are above your understanding, and that God is all powerful and all knowing. God is a God and not of confusion, but of peace. So it's about being humble, and what God has given you, God can take away and God can give to someone else as well. Um, Show your humbleness and show your resolve in matters that you don't understand versus, rage and acting out. That's one way that you can discern who may be working from a nature standpoint versus someone who has the mark of grace from God over their healing, over their purpose. Some people are attracted to a particular saint by a kind of emotional devotion rather than a spiritual one. God says, "Did I not make all the saints? And besides, I gave them grace and glory. I know each one's merits, for I have preserved them by the blessings of my gracious kindness. Therefore, all ages, before all ages, I knew my beloved ones, for it was I who chose them, not they who chose me. They were called by my grace, and through my mercy they were drawn to me. I led them through many temptations, sustaining them by abundant consolations. I gave them perseverance to the end, and then I crowned their patience. I know them all, the first and the last, and I love them with a love beyond all telling. I am to be praised above all my saints, and I am to be blessed and honored in each. It is not I who have so gloriously magnified them, and without any previous merit of theirs,